Hi everyone, and welcome to And So On Knitting Edition. My name is Lisa, and this is my channel all about sewing, knitting, and a little bit of travel thrown in for fun. So if this is your first time here, thank you so much for dropping by. I'm just getting the knitting podcast off the ground, and so it's lovely to have people from the knitting community show up, chime in, give me some thoughts and some comments, and I really love it. So thank you so much for coming by. If you think that you might enjoy watching a little bit more knitting and sewing, please hit the subscribe button below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're a returning viewer, especially if you're a sewer and you're just kind of dabbling and curious about what I'm doing, thank you so much. I always appreciate your guys' support, and I hope that you really enjoy this and maybe get inspired to try some knitting yourself. So this is my finished object, and this is the Getting Warmer Cowl by Espace Tricot, which is a knitting store in Montreal. And I haven't been there before, but I will be going this summer. And I was actually born in Montreal. I'm from there originally, so it'll be nice to go back. I haven't been back probably in about 7 or 8 years, so it'll be nice to go back. So this is a free pattern, and I really recommend it. It was a quick knit. I think I knit it in about 3 days. Now I was knitting a lot, but part of it is because of this gorgeous yarn. This is Woolfolk Luft, and I'll link it below. This, you know, sometimes, I love buying wool. Obviously, I love buying yarn. But sometimes, you know, you're like, oh gosh, it's so expensive, and you know, there are cheaper yarns, etc., etc. This is one of those ones that is worth it. Like when you knit with something so beautiful and lovely, it just makes you want to knit more, right? Like it just makes the experience of knitting, the process, so much more pleasurable. So this is just so squishy and soft. It is not a spark of, you know, what do they call that, pick on your neck. It's just beautiful. So you can wear this a bunch of ways. You can, I like to wear it down over my shoulders because I'm always a little bit cold, but you can also do it more like that and have it be a little bit more rounded at the bottom. And then yesterday, I'll show you, we were outside and it was really cold, and I actually had it like this. I had it like that underneath, like with my coat over top, and very warm. So, or you could, you know, I mean, you guys know how cowls work. I don't need to explain that to you. Okay, fix the hair. Anyway, wonderful pattern, highly recommend it. It would be a beautiful gift, and yeah, that's my finished object. So works in progress. I have my Lofoten Sweater, which I showed you guys last week. I have that in my new project bag that I made, and I made this out of a remnant of dead stock fabric. So this is dead stock blue velvet. Think like, don't think velvet dress, think like velvet pillow at a high-end boutique hotel, that kind of thing. That's what it feels like. And I lined it with Tuscan linen, also some dead stock fabric. And then I think I probably told you guys that I was thinking of getting some of these purse clips. And so I've got the purse clip, and yeah, and so I can make it closed. So the only thing is that I realized that I put the purse clip too low, so I'm gonna be putting it higher. But I got a couple of different colors of this dead stock velvet, and I'm going to be doing up some bags in the next little while. I was thinking of rushing them and trying to get them done ASAP, but I just decided it wasn't worth it. So I'm going to be working on this really soon, but I just love it. It sits up so nicely because of the velvet. The upholstery fabric is just a little bit thicker, and having the linen inside is just so luxurious. And I find like sometimes I don't like a zipper in a project bag because I find it either gets caught in my yarn or it breaks. So this is just like an easier way to do it. Anyway, here is my Lofoten. Voila. It is one-armed at the moment, but I've got all of this done. So I finished the body and I finished one sleeve. Again, if you remember, I told you about this last time, I've been using up all my leftover stock yarn to make this sweater. So everything from here down to here is leftover yarn, and then this is what I purchased because I wasn't going to finish it in one. And as it is, I'm like very much yarn chickening, and so that's why I added this sort of cuff, this sort of two-tone cuff to the end, because I was worried I was going to run out of this this kind of purpley yarn. But I think it'll work. I think it'll be kind of cute. It may turn out a bit of a dog's breakfast, but I think it's gonna be cute. So the Lofoten Sweater is on the Making Things app, and that's where I've been using it, and I am going to give you guys a tour of that. I've already recorded it, I just have to edit it, and I'll show you. But I really like it because it allows me to highlight where I am. It allows me to kind of go through, and I have 2 highlighters. I can switch them, I can flip them, I have counters. It's also if you could do on paper, but it's just nice to be able to do it digitally. So my other work in progress is in this little bag that I made, and I made up a little video about this that I can link. That's easy in 5 minutes to do. So you might remember that I was using this yarn. Let me take it out. I was making this yarn. Let me adjust the lighting here. There you go. I was using this yarn to do the Bear Socks by MCPURLY, Devon Ventry. And the only thing is this is the Manos de Uruguay yarn. I found it a little splitty. And so to do the twisted stitches, I just found it was getting twisted. It was getting very splitty and not working very nice. So I do have another yarn to keep doing the bear socks, and I'm going to make them while I'm in Mexico. But in the meantime, what I decided to do were these socks, and they're called, let me see if I can adjust. Oh, that's okay. These are the Earl Grey socks by KERRIKNITS. And I found them on the Making Things app, and I love that they're quite simple. There's two patterns in one, so it's the Lady Grey app and the Earl Grey app. And the Lady Grey app has some eyelets down the side and a little more lace, but really I just wanted something fairly simple. But I wanted to try a cable, and so this is my cable going all the way down. I'm using my Haya needles. These are 2.0s, and I did 56 stitches. This is coming up a little bit more snug than other socks I've done at 56 inches, but then again, my socks are always loose because I have very narrow feet. So I still think that the 56 is gonna be okay. And for those of you who are ever like, you know, don't you ever do like a full gusset heel? Do you always do the afterthought heel? Here we go. This is a gusset heel flap heel. It goes like that. So this one is almost done, and I suppose I was thinking just like this morning, I was like, wow, if I had, instead of started this sock, just done the other sleeve, then I'd be done my sweater by now. But you kind of have to knit what makes you happy, right? And if it's, I don't think obligation knitting is a good idea. Maybe, you know, I mean, occasionally I'm not saying, but it's meant to be a hobby and something to like reduce stress. So if your hobby gives you stress, what's the point? Okay, so those are my current whips, and now I have acquisitions. So I have two knit crate unboxings to show you. These both arrived, and then I have a couple of other yarns to show you as well. So the two knit crates that came, this is the membership crate. This is the one that goes to sort of the basic crate. You always get two skeins. These are really generous. So these are worsted Peruvian Highland wool, not super weight, 201 yards, 100 grams. So you're getting two of these. And yeah, so this is very nice. I really like it. Nice and squishy and woolly, but not crazy woolly. I don't know that I'd want it against my skin necessarily, but great for like wintry kind of cowls and warm stuff. So I got that. And then this is my favorite. So I opted to get an extra crate this month, and I got the artisan crate. And so every month they have a different indie dyer that they work with. So it's kind of great because you get a little bit of both. And I got these. Aren't they beautiful? So it's 3 Irish Girls Yarn Company. And there's this DK here, which has so many great colors in it. And then this one. And so the colors are called Tomahawk and Shoshan. And right now these are on sale. So basically midway through the month, near the end of the month, they put everything on either 40, I think it's usually like 40% off. And then there are coupons that go out and stuff. So I'm so debating picking up another one of these, but I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to add in one more, let's see. I'm gonna take this. Now this is worsted, but I still think it'll work. And I think I'm going to turn these 3 into a Stephen West Boneyard Shawl. I think that's what I'm gonna do. What do you guys think? Should I do that, or should I get a couple more skeins of this and do a sweater? I don't know, I have a few sweaters planned. So, I mean, I could just do a smaller shawl with just these two, but I kind of wanted to make something bigger. And I think that this is nice and knit worsted, and it's also a super wash, the same. These are 270 yards each, these. Anyway, the link for Knit Crate is below to get 20% off if you want to give it a try. I've been really, really happy, not only with the quality of the yarn, but with how much you get. And I know that starting the 1st, so coming up really soon, they are doing a Manos de Uruguay partner crate. And so that's pretty awesome as well. So there's that. I still want to do those bear socks, and I'm going on holiday. And so I really want to have a couple of small projects to work on that won't take room in my bag, but that'll give me lots of knitting to do because we are gone for 2 weeks. So I got this. So the Leo and Roxy, you guys might remember that I did 2 pairs of socks, and part of that Lofoten sweater comes from 2 skeins of Leo and Roxy that I got before Christmas. And gosh, I love this yarn. It's so nice to work with, and it's a Canadian dyer, and yeah, I just really like it. So this colorway is called Mink. And I was looking at so many other colors, and I thought, oh, you know, I could do something a little bit brighter or something. And I thought, no, I think I want something really neutral. So if I put in a picture of the bear socks, you can see that she did them in a neutral, and so that twisted stitch pattern really popped. And that was the other thing with the turquoise, with the variegated yarn, is that I just didn't find that it popped. And so I feel like in this it will. And then for the heels, so for the heels and toes, I'm going to use this. This is some leftover Sweet Georgia yarn, which I also really, really love knitting with. I'm actually wearing the socks right now. Wait, I'll show you. These I made out of this Sweet Georgia yarn, and I've washed them and dried them a bunch, and they're still great. They're a little on the loose side, but that's user error, not yarn error. So I'm going to use this, and I think that'll be a gorgeous combo. And I don't know if you guys have seen, but ANDREA MOWRY of Drea Knits has a sale on all month, and she's putting a different one of her patterns on sale every day. So if I get this up before the end of the month, you can go over to her Instagram, which I think is just @DreaKnits, and she might have something on sale. So what she had on sale that I have been looking at forever is the Weekender sweater, and I'll put in a picture. And of course, the Weekender sweater, this is not new, but I'm so new to kind of the broader knitting world that everything's new to me. So I'm so lucky. I've got tons and tons of patterns that I have yet to discover. So this is my first ANDREA MOWRY pattern that I've purchased, and it actually is pretty good on yardage. I think I worked it out that it's about 900 meters, a little over 900 meters that I need in order to make the Weekender. So what I found was this. So the Weekender was knit originally in a sort of a really neat tweedy, woolly kind of yarn, and so this is not tweedy, but it does have that like very woolly wool feel. And this was a really great deal. So this is called Juniper Moon Farm Patagonia Organic Merino. And it is actually DK, but it knits up, I've been told, in more of a worsted sort of texture. And it is 382 yards, and this was $16. $16 for organic merino, 382 yards. Is that what I said? Yeah, 382 yards. So I only needed 3 to finish the sweater. And if for some reason I'm off and I need a little more, I can go get it. So this color is called Seaweed. It's kind of a green, like it's coming up okay here. It's a little there. Actually coming closer is more true to form. So it's just this really great green color. And I think it will make an awesome, awesome Weekender. So I'm really excited. All right, you guys, I guess that's it for today. Please do leave this a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. It really does make a difference. And subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler alert. I've got a couple of, once I get back from Mexico, I have 2 giveaways that I'm going to be doing. So I would love for you to have the chance to win that. All right, you guys, I am off. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.